Hi, it's DM. Thank you for joining me on my channel. Today I have a design team package from the KSCRAFT store, and there's many cute dies in this release. For example, this first set creates a 3D pen box. This was designed by Nicole Silhouette. And in this set, you get this base piece. You get 3 different types of decorative windows. For example, here's one with a plain edge. This one's got hearts on the side, and then this one has arrows on the side. And then this piece here creates a layering piece for that window. So this is what it looks like. For this box, I cut it out using some pattern paper that I got from the Kawaii Dream paper pad from Michaels. I used the plain window, and then for the layering piece, I cut that out using a full cardstock. And then I cut out another one, and then this one's got the little hearts on the side, which is very cute. And again, for this one, I just cut it out using some pattern paper from that same paper pad. And then for my boxes, I also layered the inside using a 110-pound cardstock, as it's gonna make a huge difference because it's gonna make your box a lot more sturdier. And then these boxes would fit pens that measure less than 5 7/8 of an inch. So for example, here's a gel pen and it fits perfectly into this box. And I think this is a cute way to gift pens to your friends. So those are the pen boxes. Next we have this popcorn box set. So in this set you get a base piece. This is a layering piece, which you could also use to turn this into a shaker. You get the pieces for the popcorn, the word yummy, and I did make a shaker, so let me show you how that turned out. Here it is. And I think this is adorable. So for this popcorn box, for the base, I just made that stripe paper myself just by cutting out some strips of paper. I layered the popcorn onto foam just to make it more dimensional. And then I cut out some of the popcorn using pink cardstock. And then I added this drizzle, which comes from a donut set that I have. And then for the popcorn, I also accented it with my gel pen. And then for the word yummy, I cut that out using a glitter cardstock. And as you can see on the side of the box, it does have stitching details. And then I just added a really fun shaker mix to this. So that is the first one. And then here's another one that I cut out. So I just changed it up a bit and then added some colored popcorn in this as well. And then for the sequence mix, I also added some conversation hearts. So this is adorable. So this popcorn box measures 2 1/8 of an inch by 3 inches. So you can create all kinds of embellishments. You could even make this into an ornament or a tag. Many possibilities. They have some new baking sentiments in their shop, and in this set you get 4 different sayings. They say sprinkled with love, kiss the cook, bake, and sweet stuff. And each of these does come with the backing piece, so I cut out some examples to show you what they would look like. So we have sprinkled with love, sweet stuff, bake, and kiss the cook. And as you can see, the backing piece does have stitching details, which is really nice, and I really like the font on these. Originally, I cut them out using a peppermint paper and it looked like this. I thought it was a cute idea, but it doesn't show up like too well, so I stuck with these examples for you. So those are the baking sentiments, and the largest one measures 4 1/8 of an inch by 2 1/4 inch. Also new is this piping bag set. So you do get the small and large size in the set. They come with backing pieces. These are your layering pieces, which you could also use to turn them into shakers. And then you get decorative pieces for the icing, and then also pieces to decorate your tool. So I cut out an example of the larger one to show you. And I think this is so cute. So for this, I also added this bow, which comes from their candy apple set, and I thought it went perfectly with this larger piping tool. And then here's an example of the smaller one. And then for this one, I just added a paper bow to this. And the large one measures 4 1/4 inch by 1 1/2 inch. And then the small one measures 3 1/4 inch by 1 1/8 of an inch. And then we have this milk carton set. So in this set, you get a base piece. This is a layering piece, and it even comes with the word milk on it. And then you get the word cookies. And then for the O's, they do look like cookies, and you get layering pieces for them as well. So I also cut out some examples to show you. I wanted to make some cute milk cartons. So this one looks like strawberry milk, for example. And then for the backing piece, I just used that paper that I got from Michael's from the Kwai Dream paper pad. And then for the layering piece, I cut that out using a glitter cardstock and then just went in with the letters to spell out milk. And then here's another example. And then for this one, I just used a peach paper. And then I also cut out the word cookies just to show you what it looks like. And I think it's really cute that it has the 2 actual cookies there. So the milk carton measures 2 inches by 3.5 inches. And then the word cookies, that measures 4 inches by 1.25 inch. In this next set, you get this bag of flour. This would be a layering piece for the top of the bag. You also get the scoop, the cookie jar, and it has a layering piece for the lid. And then you also get this cute honey bear bottle, and it has a layering piece for the cap here. So I cut out some examples just to show you. So for example, this is how the honey bear turned out. And I think it's adorable because it does emboss all those details onto it. And then for the embossed parts there, I just went over it with a gel pen just to make it stand out a little more. And for these, I cut them out using some pastel papers. And I think this would be cute as little ornaments, or even you could use these as tags. And then here's another one. So that's the little honey bear bottle, really cute. And then here's what the cookie jar looks like. So the word cookies is embossed onto this, and then I just went over it with a fine tip marker. And then here's, for the lid, I cut that out using a glitter cardstock, and then I also punched a little hole here on the side so that I could hang this little mixer charm to it. And then this is what the flower looks like. So it does emboss these details onto it. And then for the little scoop, which I think is adorable, I cut that out using a gold foil cardstock. And so the cookie jar, for example, that measures 2 7/8 of an inch by 3.5 inches. And then the flour, bag of flour measures 3.25 inch by 3 1/8 of an inch. While putting these together, I thought that many of us would use these in a recipe book. And I love mini albums that are interactive and fun. And wouldn't it be great if you could make these interactive? So for example, for this cookie jar here, I thought to make it interactive by being able to lift the lid here, and then it just reveals a little recipe. As I think that would be such a cute idea for a recipe album. So basically, in order to make this, what I did is I just put the cookie jar together the way it's supposed to, and then I cut the lid apart. I also added a little recipe clip art image here, and I just Googled free recipe clip art, and I found a whole bunch. So I just use my silhouette machine to resize it so that it would fit into the cookie jar. And then I also glued it to the lid here, and then backed it on the back here just to give it a finished look. And then I also cut another piece for the cookie jar to make a pocket for this piece here. So I just glued down the 3 sides here and then added a little notch so that you're able to tuck this piece back in easily like this. And then you have a little cookie jar that's interactive and it reveals a recipe. So that's what I did with the cookie jar. And then for the flour, I did something similar. So you just lift the scoop here and it reveals a little recipe. And then this one's for classic waffles. And this is just a clip art image. And so for example, you could put actual recipes into this. And so to create this, it's the same idea. I just cut out another piece, backed it on the back here, and then here created a little pocket just by cutting another bag of flour, cutting a little notch using a circle punch there so that you could tuck this back in easily. So that is an idea for you, just to make this a little more interactive and fun, like just turning a flat embellishment into something that's a little more fun. This next set creates an oven. So this would be your base piece, layering piece, the oven door, and because this is a frame, you could also turn this into a shaker. And then these are decorative pieces, and you also get this oven mitt. So I did make a shaker as an example, and then this is how it turned out. I really wanted to make a oven that looks like a doodlebug character. And for this one, I just used really bright colors. I also used doodlebug paper from the Christmas Magic collection for the background paper here, as well as the little oven mitt, which I also layered onto foam. And then it's really nice that these pieces up here do have the backing piece. And then here's the handle. And as you can see, it's got stitching details all around. And then for this as well, I just used my Doodlebug stamp to stamp this little face on. And then added this really nice Christmas mix with gingerbread houses, little gingerbread guys in there, as well as peppermints. And I think it turned out adorable. So the oven measures 2 5/8 of an inch by 3.5 inches. And you can definitely turn this into an ornament or a tag. This next set creates a crayon box, and in this set you do get a lot of pieces. For example, this is your base piece. This is a layering piece. These are decorative pieces for the front of your box, your crayon. It includes these layering pieces. You get the words create, crayons, and you color my world. So I made an example to show you, and this is how it turned out. So for the base of the box, I cut it out using a craft cardstock. And it does have these stitching details, which is really nice. It does come with this hole so that, for example, you can turn this into a tag or even an ornament. And then I used glitter paper to decorate it at the front here. I also added the word create, which I layered with foam. And then there's the crayons. I just cut out whatever colors I liked and then also layered each of the crayons. And then I thought I really wanted to make this interactive. So for example, it is a little pocket where you could pull it out, and then I have it saying you color my world there. And so for this box, I did make it a little dimensional. I would recommend making it like 1/4 inch thick. And then for the inside of the box at the front there, I also layered that with foam board just to make that piece a little more sturdy. And then for this piece as well, I made it a little more functional by adding a little pocket at the back here so that you could fit a gift card. So it does fit a gift card here. And I just cut out a piece of paper and glued it down on 3 sides and tucked this little gift card on the inside here. So I think this would be a really nice idea and a gift that you could make for a teacher, for example. So, and then this just tucks right in. And then see, so you could also use it as an ornament as well. So the crayon box measures 2 5/8 of an inch by 4 inches. These Halloween lips were actually from their last release, and there's 2 different sizes are available. They're sold separately. So for example, you get the backing piece. This is a layering piece, and for this piece, you could also use it to turn this into a shaker. These are the fangs with layering pieces, and then these are blood drips, and then this is the smaller size. So I did make some examples to show you. So for example, this is how the larger one looks. So it is quite a nice size. And then for these, I used a paper collection by the Cherry Sherry shop on Etsy, and it's a beautiful pastel, like Pastel-Halloween collection. And I'll put a link to it in the description box as well. So for this one, I just cut it out using a glitter cardstock for the frame and added a really fun Halloween mix to these. And then here's another example. And then again, I use the paper from the digital paper, and it's so cute. So that is the larger one. And then I also cut an example of the smaller one to show you what it looks like. And again, I use paper from that collection. So for example, with the size here, the large one, they measure 4 inches by 2 3/8 of an inch. And then the small one measures 2 5/8 of an inch by 1.5 inch. And then also you could turn these into regular lips as well if you don't use this piece here. So you could use it all year round, really. So those are the Halloween lips. And then we had this blender set. So in this set, you get this base piece. You could also use this to turn this into a shaker. This is a backing piece. These are buttons, and then this is a lid. So I did create a shaker. And so this is how it turned out. And I think it's adorable. So for the base of the blender, I used my Lawn Fawn polka dotted background die to create the paper. And then for the polka dots, I gave it gold foil polka dots in the back there, and then cut out gold glitter accents for the buttons as well as the lid here. And as you can see, it's got stitching details. I added some twine here as well as this rolled paper flower that I made. The sugar coated tag that comes from the Lili of the Valley tags, and it's a custom tag that I made myself because there is one tag where you can put any sentiment you want onto it. And then I also added this little cupcake charm to the side here using a jump ring. And then this paper in the background here, that just comes from the Michael's Sweet Talk paper pad. And then I just gave it a really fun sequins mix there. So that is the first one that I created. And then here's another one. And then for this one, I just changed up the look a little. This one's in a mint green with gold. And then I added this piping bag charm here that I was finally happy to use. And then I added this bow that I recently hauled from Aliexpress and gave it this sentiment that says sprinkles and smiles, which I custom made myself. And so this is so cute. So this little blender measures 2.5 inches by 4.25 inch. This is a set that I didn't get to yet. It creates a 3D lantern card, and this was designed by Nicole Silhouette. She made a stunning example. I'm gonna put a link to it in the description box below, but I'm still looking for a candle that I could put into it before I show you my project. So that is new in their shop. And then they also have this stamp and die set. So in this set, you can create these wax seals, and then you could put little sentiments on them. And they say things such as sealed with a kiss, happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, North Pole Mail. And then you also get these dies to create to cut them out as well, which is really nice. And then on these wax seals, you could also stamp little Christmas icons. So that is also new in their shop. So these are just some of the new products that are now available in the KSCRAFT store. We have the 4 baking sentiments, the baking embellishments with the cookie jar as well as bag of flour and honey bear bottle, the piping bag shakers, oven shaker, pen box, crayon box, milk and cookies set, the blender shaker, popcorn shaker, as well as Halloween lips, and the wax seal set, as well as this 3D lantern set. And I'm gonna put a link to everything in the description box below. If you have any questions or comments, just let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.